Good evening, and welcome back to another reading of Hank the Cowdog, The Case of the Vampire Cat by John R. Erickson. Glad you could be with us tonight as we begin Chapter 10. I Can't Believe I Decided to Help the Cat. Okay, I'd gone nose to nose with the cat when all at once I saw a big pair of yellow eyes staring back at me. And they weren't Mary D. Cat's eyes. That gave me the first clue that they belonged to someone else. And I couldn't think of anyone else that I wanted to meet in that canyon on a dark night. Then a second pair of eyes appeared. That gave me a second clue that they did belong to someone else. Mary D. Cat had only one pair of eyes, don't you see? Kitty, I said in a low voice, I'm afraid we've been found by the coyotes. You're the survival expert around here. What do we do now? I couldn't believe what she said.
Well, it's over. We're finished.
What do you mean it's over? We're finished. What all about all those survival tricks? What about tearing their eyeballs out? She gave me a sad smile.
That's just a bluff. It works on dogs, but not on coyotes. Nothing works on coyotes. I'm a dead cat. Harvey, nothing can save me.
Yeah, but what about... She shook her head.
No, it's no use. I always knew they'd get me, and they did. But you can make a run for it. They won't follow you.
Me? Make a... That wouldn't be a very noble thing to do.
No, but who needs to be noble at a time like this?
That's right. You've got a point, and you're just a cat. The world is full of cats.
That's right. Only me. But plenty of cats.
I began easing off to the north. Well, Mary D., it was a real pleasure meeting you. I have mixed feelings about running out on you like this, but I think I can live with my feelings. She waved a paw.
Go north until you hit the Moonshine Springs. Just west of the spring, you'll find a trail out of the canyon. I'll stall them off as long as I can. Goodbye, Harvey. When you get back to civilization, have a piece of cheese for me and think of Mary D. Cat.
I sure will, and thanks for...
Go! Hurry!
Since the coyotes were about to be upon us, that seemed like good advice. I turned and made a lightning dash up the canyon, first free at last. Boy, that had been a close call. Why, if that cat hadn't... I couldn't believe she'd done that. It was almost enough to force me to rethink my opinion on cats. I mean, I've always thought of cats as selfish. I found myself slowing to a walk. It just wasn't right, me walking out and away from danger, leaving a poor, helpless cat to be mauled by cannibals. I mean, I had done some success before, dealing with coyotes before, and maybe I could... You won't believe this, but I found myself reversing direction and heading back down to the canyon. I couldn't believe it either. I mean, she was only a cat! And the world was full of cats. Who cared if... Well, when I'd arrived back at the scene, the Coyote brothers were standing over Mary D. Cat. They were licking their chops. They seemed fairly surprised on my sudden appearance. Evening, boys. How's it going? Hey, you found my cat. Thanks a million. I'd love to stay and talk, but we're kind of in a hurry, don't you see? And the brothers glanced at each other and started laughing. Oh,
Huh, Hunk, big stupid blunder into coyote camp.
Stupid? Hey, I didn't blunder here. I came back to pick up my cat. They gave a bigger laugh at that.
Oh, plenty stupid, 'cause coyote not give up cat, not give up Hunk. Ha ha, 'cause Hunk, same guy who made foolish talk about coyote mama.
That! Oh, that was nothing. You see, just a little joke, guys, honest.
Huh, little joke on Hunk, 'cause Hunk now stay for big coyote feast. Oh boy!
I had sort of expected this. 'Cause, I really hadn't expected them to just let us walk away without an argument. And it just so happened that I was prepared with a clever plan. It was a very clever plan. And I knew it would work because I had tried it several times before and it never failed. Yes, the plan rested on my knowledge of the coyote mind. I knew how they thought. And see, I knew their weak spots. Watch this. I waited for them to stop laughing and at their good fortune. Then, you know, Snort, I happen to be familiar with the culture of the coyote and traditions. I know that before a major feast, you guys like to fight and gamble and sing. Snort shook head.
Eat first, then fight and sing.
No, you got it backwards. The singing and gambling come first because after a big meal, you like to take a nap. They whispered back and forth. Then Snort said,
Maybe so. Coyote like big nap.
Right, and as I recall, you guys think you're pretty hot rod singers.
Not thinking. No, for sure. Coyote very hot rod singers. Berriest hot rod singer in whole world.
I gave them a careless chuckle. Yeah, well, that's what I'm leading up to. It's been a while since we went up against each other in a major singing contest, and it happens that I got a new song that will just blow your drawers off. Snort scowled.
Oh, coyote not wear drawers.
Well, you know what I mean. My song is so good, I'm sure it would beat any song that you guys could come up with. That is, if you can come up with a song.
Huh. Coyote got plenty song. Coyote very best singest in whole world.
An idle boast, Snort, unless you're willing to try it in a contest that's fair and square. The brothers shook their heads.
Coyote not give hoot for fair and square. Coyote like to cheat.
I know, Snort, but this contest must be fair and square for you to see. If I win the battle of the songs, you must let me and my cat go free.
Sound pretty crazy.
Right, but you guys are pretty crazy too.
Oh, you right. Coyote pretty crazy, all right.
See, we agree on everything. And just to make sure the contest is fair and square, I'm going to be the judge because, well, everyone knows that I am fair and square and impartial. Honest, no kidding, I am. The brothers held a conference and talked it over. Then Snort said,
Coyote not care judge contest, 'cause coyote win for sure.
Well, we'll just see about that, Snort. I can only promise that I'll be totally fair and square. And you go first. They shook their heads.
Hunk go first. Coyote go fifth.
You mean second, don't you? He clubbed me over the head.
Mean go fifth.
Okay, fine. fine. That'll work. I took a deep breath. Well, here goes. You're going to love this one. It raises a deep philosophical point, Snort, and asks the question, how could a mother skunk love her children?
Coyote not give hoot for deep physiological question. Sing song, then shut up.
Okay, fine. Here goes, and with that, I sang my new dynamite song, which was more or less been inspired by my meeting with Leroy the skunk, and I did it right there on the spot. Ode to a mother skunk. I've noticed for years, in the course of years, a-traveling through this vale of tears, that several things I've never understood. How tall's the sky, how deep's the sea, how come God invented me, and how do skunks cope with motherhood? Now skunk's no friend of mine, I'll say. I'll walk around one any day. If he takes the high road, I'll take the low. I think that everyone agrees that a skunk smells bad in the first degree. So how do they fall in love, do you suppose? Just think about it, contemplate. Who'd ask a skunk out for a date? A date with a skunk wouldn't be much fun. A guy would have to be pretty drunk to spend an evening with a skunk. And who could stand the smell to marry one? Imagine the bride in her wedding clothes, wearing a clothespin on her nose, while the groom holds his breath just to survive. And if children came, heaven forbid, how could a mother skunk really love those kids? That couldn't make her glad to be alive. Now what a shock to a young girl's mind, first to fall in love and then to find herself in charge in a brood of little skunks. Now a man would go into a coma, hit the roof and call his mama. Mom, get over here and help me pack my trunks. But a woman's love, they say, is blind. She'll give it to most every kind of ugly thing she finds in the nursery. If a mother skunk can love those young'uns, smelling like a bunch of onions, then a mother's love can't smell, much less see. So the next time you moms out there are tired and worry and work and care and wondering if this motherhood really pays, just remember it could be worse. Riding to church in the back of a hearse, or being a mama skunk on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you. Be glad you're not a skunk. That right there was the song I composed on the spot. And that also ends our reading of chapter 10 tonight in Hank the Cowdog, The Case of the Vampire Cat. Now be sure and tune in next time, but I will be taking off both Saturday and Sunday. Hank needs to get some things done around the house. So Monday night, we'll pick up with chapter 11, The Vampire Cat Appears. And I'll do a quick review of chapter 10, just so some of you old people like me forget what we were talking about. Now, so Monday night, 7 o'clock. Chapter 11 of Hank the Cowdog, the Case of the Vampire Cat. The Vampire Cat appears. You guys have a great weekend. Be safe. Be kind. Love one another. I want to see you again. See you Monday. Bye-bye.